record this. Well, let's start today. I will talk about to you about the topic of the economic viability of solar energy in Colombia. First of all, I want to know what you're thinking about the green tech is. For example, Carlos, what do you think about the tech, the green tech?
Excuse me, you say green
Green tech for produce energy.
you say how much energy energy is produced in Colombia, maybe? Or
No,
is
I have no uh, dates or no, numeric dates. This is just an approximation. And in the topic of cost, I have some numbers, but not in the topic of production. But okay, let's start. Let's break down with the topics I have to cover. The first of all, general information about solar energy. So the next topic is different technologies of photovoltaics. Then I will talk about the adoption disposition here in Colombia. So the next topic will be energy production and conversion rates in photovoltaics. And the final part is about the economic sustainability, the economic analysis for sustainability, and a conclusion and a recommendation. Well, let's start. Today, we have a trend in green energy production, and the solar energy is one of the most trending topics today about energy production, but I have found that in the case of the economic viability, we have some challenge to attend. Well, let's start the presentation with the technologies that we have today. We have this is just technology for silicon. The first technology is monocrystalline. The second technology is polycrystalline, and the last technology is thin film. In the case of monocrystalline, this technology has a good efficiency, but an associated higher cost that in front of the other technology that I have present. In the case of polycrystalline, we have lower efficiency, but the polycrystalline technology is cheaper in front of the monocrystalline. And in the case of thin film, it is good for tricky installation, like in the case of we need curves to install panels, for example. But in the case of efficiency, it is the lower efficiency, and it is the higher cost in front the other technologies that I have presented. Well, in the case of adoption disposition here in Colombia, we have environmental benefits like the reduction of the pollution and the addition of energy sources in the energy portfolio. And in the case of social impact, we can install panels in more places, in places where the sun is presented during the day in a large or in many times of the day. But we have cost barriers and policy support barriers. In the case of cost, the costs in general are so high for install solar energy parks, and the policy support that exists today is not enough to cover these cost barriers. So it is necessary that makes a better analysis to cover these barriers. Another barrier is the production and conversion rates in photovoltaic systems, because even it is a continuous improvement in solar energy, it is exists a gap in the terms of energy production, because, for example, here in Colombia, the rate of production is more or less the 18%, and there are a problem with the ignite cycles and the weather variances, because, for example, in the night, the production rate is zero, and where we have clouds in the sky, the rate even can be zero, or near to zero. But there are stability solutions like batteries, but installed batteries add more cost to the equation. So it is not good enough to cover in the case of economic analysis. So what factors I have found that are important in the case of economic sustainability? First of all, the initial investment is approximately 6,500 US dollars, approximately. And in the case of solar parks, of solar installations, we have an annual maintenance approximately of $300 during all the utility life of solar panels. That is approximately 25 years. So what is the levelized cost of electricity that makes the PUV tech sustainable? I have found that the cost of electricity that we have, or we need to make it sustainability, is 25 cents per kilowatt hour. And this cost is only reached in the northern coast of Colombia. So we can think that in the other cases that we have solar parks installed, we can consider that they are working losing money, and it is not good for no one. So I have a conclusion, that the conclusion that is that it is important to understand the importance of the economic sustainability before install a new tech, for example, solar panels. And I have a recommendation that it is to take into consideration what is the electricity need that we have before install a new tech. For example, in the case of solar panels, if we have to use more electricity in the night, it is not recommendable, because we have to install batteries or just to install another tech to cover the night, in the day and night cycle. So that's all my presentation. Thank you to you to attend my presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Well, there are no questions. Thank you,
Julio,
Carlos. Well, who said my
uh,
name?
I don't have question. However, I like the presentation because
Thank you.
I think that it's a very important topic today in Colombia,
Yes.
particularly. So I like the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan Esteban. Thank you to all of you. I think maybe that I know that I think that there is other 5 minutes. Yes. Another question, another recommendation. Well, people, thank you to all of you to attend to my presentation.